I have 1,000 friends, and they are sitting on my bookshelf. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters guests and judges, books are my best, permanent, loyal, steady friends. It all happened when I was 9 years old. My world turned upside down. I felt I was on a seesaw, feeling unbalanced. The ground, shifting beneath my feet. We were living in a city called Kano in West Africa, and there was turbulence, there was violence, there was clashes, bloody clashes on the streets. My parents were panicking. We had to leave. My father shut down his business. My mother was packing everything up, and I stood there. Change was happening, and it was happening drastically. I was going to leave behind my friends, my pet parrot, my pet rabbit, even that neighborhood cat who would wander in and expect a bowl of milk from me. I would be leaving everything behind. My mother was very impatient. She said, "Shobha, you can take all your friends with you." I said, "Who will come with me?" And she pointed at the pile of books on my table, the Enid Blyton's, the Secret 7, Famous 5 adventure books. And she said, "Those are your friends, you take them with you." And she said, "We are going on an adventure." And immediately I felt balanced. I grabbed my books, I packed them up, and we went to the southern city of India called Bengaluru. I planted myself there, new home, school. It was an adjustment because new culture, new environment. I tried my best to understand people, to get to know people. And whenever I felt that I was uncomfortable, the books were there to keep me grounded. We lived in a beautiful house, 3 coconut trees, a mango tree and a guava tree at the background. I learned to cycle. I learned a lot of beautiful things, and I fell in love with the Indian culture. But then, again, seesawing, we moved. We moved to Singapore. And that wasn't the end. We moved again to Mumbai, to Antwerp. Each time we moved, I felt that the ground was shifting. Change was happening so drastically. And I realized in all that time, books were there to keep me grounded, to hold me together. If I wanted to escape reality because I didn't fit in at some school, I turned to books. If I wanted to understand my reality, I turned to books. They were my guide, they were my mentors. When marriage and motherhood brought me to Hong Kong, I planted myself here. I said, "I'm not moving, I'm settled. I'm happy being here." And this is where my authorship bloomed. This is where I learned to write and develop myself. I was in awe of the culture, the contrasts in a beautiful city. Change happened, but I knew books were there that always kept me grounded, that held me together. Change was part of life. And as my books multiplied, they also offered me an ability to expand my horizons and experience a new way of looking at the world with curiosity and openness. But then I felt that change again, the one that I experienced when I was in Africa as a child. That change I felt, and it was surprising because grown-up children moved on to university. Why should I feel uncomfortable? Why would my life be so unstable? It happened because when my son returned from university, he gave me a gift. It was a Kindle. And I realized my permanent friends, my reliable, loyal, steady friends were also changing. They were being trapped inside this sleek device. They had moved there. They had no character or personality anymore. Everything black words on a gray background. My son said, "Mom, you can put it in your handbag. It's so light. You can have 10 books in there. You can enjoy it on your travels. You can read anywhere you go." And I said, "Thank you. I appreciate it." But in my heart, I was like, books, they carried a personality, a uniqueness. There was color, there was vibrancy. It gave me a sense of understanding of where I am and how to position myself in life. Just holding a book, turning the page, and then sliding in a beautiful bookmark, closing it, keeping it at my bedside table. The sensory experience was amazing. So, fellow Toastmasters, friends, life is all about change. My takeaway for you here is that we all know that the only thing permanent is change. And if ever you feel overwhelmed, you feel that the ground is shifting beneath your feet, and you are sensing anxiety and afraid of change, don't worry. Pick up a book, open it, read, and enjoy the adventure. Thank you.